This is the quarter that celebrates America's birthday, but it hides a secret worth thousands. The 1976 bicentennial quarter has one spectacular error: when it was struck on the wrong coin blank. Find one on a dime planchet and you've found a five-figure treasure. Stop spending your bicentennial quarters and check them now. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are celebrating a milestone, a coin that represents the nation's 200th birthday, and revealing why the 1976 United States quarter dollar could be one of the most valuable coins in your collection. Known affectionately as the bicentennial quarter, this coin is unlike any other. For this special year, the U.S. Mint temporarily changed the design of the quarter, half dollar, and dollar to commemorate the 200th anniversary of American independence. The obverse still features George Washington, but the date is uniquely rendered as 1776 to 1976. The reverse, however, is the real star. Replacing the standard eagle is a dramatic and inspiring colonial drummer boy encircled by a star-spangled victory torch, a design created by Jack L. H.R. This coin is an immediate connection to a massive moment in American history. Millions, if not billions, of the 1976 quarter were struck at the Philadelphia, Newark, Denver, D., and San Francisco, S. mints. This massive circulation means that most bicentennial quarters are common and worth face value. But this coin has hidden secrets in its composition and its flaws that make it a modern legend among collectors. First, let's talk about silver. While most 1976 quarters were made from the standard copper-nickel-clad composition, the San Francisco Mint also produced special collector versions struck in a 40% silver composition. These were sold in proof and uncirculated sets and bear the S Mint mark. If you have a 1976 S quarter, its intrinsic silver value already sets it apart, but certified high-grade silver examples, particularly in the deep cameo-proof finish, can trade for hundreds, and sometimes thousands, of dollars. The 40% silver bicentennial quarter is the foundational rarity of this date. The true, mind-boggling value, however, is reserved for the spectacular mint errors. The 1976 quarter is a hotbed of valuable mistakes because of the sheer volume of production and the added complexity of the three-metal-clad layer. One famous error is the 1976 D-double die obverse, DDO, where doubling is clearly visible on the word Liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust." Finding a high-grade circulated or uncirculated example of this variety can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Collectors live for these visible flaws that reveal the mechanical imperfections of the mint. But the real jackpot, the error that transcends all others for the 1976 quarter, involves the coin being struck on the wrong metal or planchet. Imagine a bicentennial quarter die accidentally striking a coin blank intended for a foreign coin, or, most spectacularly, a blank intended for a different denomination. A few legendary 1976 quarters have been documented that were struck on the much smaller, thinner planchet intended for a 10-cent dime. This is an extreme error, a major malfunction of the machinery that results in a unique, undeniable mistake. These authenticated, off-metal, wrong planchet errors are incredibly rare and instantly catapult the coin's value into the high five figures. The ultimate numismatic dream for the 1976 quarter would be the discovery of a coin that combines these factors: an unrecorded, one-of-a-kind error, perhaps a unique, severe off-center strike that is perfectly preserved, or a specimen of a known error, like the dime planchet error, that is found in a certified perfect grade, such as MS-68 or MS-69. Since these coins were mass-produced, any flaw that is both unique and preserved in a flawless state is considered a supreme rarity. The coin then becomes not just a collectible, but a piece of industrial art that tells an incredible story of error and survival. For the discovery of a singular, perfect, spectacular, and authenticated 1976 bicentennial quarter error, a coin so unique that it stands alone at the top of the population reports, the competitive bidding among collectors would reach a fever pitch. Its value would reflect its status as the single finest, most unique piece from America's 200th birthday celebration. That one-of-a-kind 1976 bicentennial quarter could be worth an incredible $75,000. Today, we are focusing our attention on a coin that is often overlooked in change, the 2013 United States quarter dollar. And we are revealing why this coin, which is barely over a decade old, has the potential to be worth an absolute fortune. The year 2013 falls squarely in the middle of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a decade-long series that featured 5 distinct national parks or sites each year. The 2013 issues included stunning designs honoring White Mountain National Forest, Perry's Victory, Great Basin National Park, Fort McHenry, and Mount Rushmore. Each of these coins features the standard Washington portrait on the obverse, with the specific site design on the reverse. Struck in massive numbers at the Philadelphia P and Denver D mints, these coins are common in circulation, but their modern production process creates a unique environment for value. For a modern, high-mintage coin like the 2013 quarter, value is almost entirely defined by 2 things: certified perfection and dramatic error. Let's begin with the hunt for perfection. In the world of modern coinage, perfection is a statistical rarity. While millions of these quarters were struck, the industry standards for top collector grades are incredibly strict. A coin must be absolutely flawless, with no contact marks, perfect strike definition, and full, shimmering luster. The highest attainable grade, MS70, Mint State 70, signifies absolute perfection, even under intense magnification. A 2013 quarter that achieves this certified grade is extraordinarily rare. Because these coins are so new, collectors are intensely competitive to own the highest graded specimens of every single one of the 5 different park designs. A certified MS70 2013 quarter, regardless of the park design, can trade for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, far outstripping the value of older, less common coins. But the real, mind-boggling value of the 2013 quarter lies in the mint errors. Since modern mints use automated, high-speed machinery, when an error occurs, it is often spectacular and unique, and the 2013 issues have proven to be a host for some phenomenal flaws. The most valuable finds involve the coin being struck on the wrong planchet, the wrong coin blank. Imagine a 2013 quarter die accidentally striking a blank intended for a dime, 10-cent piece, or, most spectacularly, a blank intended for a much thicker or heavier foreign coin that somehow got mixed into the U.S. mint supply. These wrong planchet errors are incredibly rare in modern coinage, and they are instant collectibles. An authenticated 2013 quarter struck on a dime planchet, or an off-metal planchet, can instantly be valued in the high 4 to low 5 figures. However, the ultimate treasure is the unique, verifiable, and spectacular error that is one of a kind. This could be a dramatic, large-scale double die obverse (DDO) that has gone completely undocumented, showing a massive shift in the date or the letters. Or perhaps an extreme off-center strike where the coin is nearly blank on one side, a dramatic failure of the automated feeder. Because the 2013 series is so new, the discovery of a new major error that is authenticated and certified creates an instant legend. The hypothetical discovery of a 2013 quarter that is simultaneously one of the most unique errors and is preserved in an ultra-high grade would represent a coin with unimaginable potential. It would be a coin that defies the modern mintage totals, a singular artifact where perfection meets a massive manufacturing failure. This combination is what fuels competitive bidding among the world's most aggressive collectors. For the discovery of a truly unique, flawless, and spectacular error, an authenticated 2013 quarter that stands alone as the finest and most flawed example of the series, the auction value would be astronomical. It is a prize that establishes its owner as a discoverer in modern numismatics. That flawless, singular 2013 quarter error could be worth an incredible $85,000. We are focusing on one of the coins from the final years of the spectacular America the Beautiful program, the 2016 United States quarter dollar. On the surface, this coin looks like the countless other quarters you receive in change. It's part of the massive, high-speed production of the U.S. Mint, specifically featuring the 5 unique designs for that year: Shawnee National Forest, Cumberland Gap, Harper's Ferry, Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and Fort Moultrie. While the sheer volume means most 2016 quarters are worth 25 cents, this date is a prime candidate for some of the most sought after and expensive errors in all of modern numismatics. The designs are beautiful, from the mountain goat on the Theodore Roosevelt quarter to the colonial figure on the Fort Moultrie issue. But the value is not in the artistry, it is in the flaw and the grade. For a coin struck at the Philadelphia P or Denver D Mint, the pursuit of perfection is an investment strategy. In the modern market, collectors intensely pursue coins graded MS-69 or the pinnacle MS-70. A 2016 quarter that achieves the perfect MS-70 grade, meaning absolutely flawless, perfect strike, and full luster, even under powerful magnification, is incredibly rare. Given the high-speed production, even the tiniest bag mark or scratch will disqualify a coin. Finding a certified MS-70 example of any of the 5 2016 Park designs is exceptionally difficult and can command premiums in the hundreds to thousands of dollars, far exceeding the value of many older coins. But the real, seismic value for the 2016 quarter is found in the extreme mint errors. Since this coin is comprised of multiple layers of copper and nickel, and was struck on high-speed presses, the potential for spectacular error is high. One of the most famous and highly collectible errors is the off-metal strike. This happens when a quarter die accidentally strikes a blank planchet intended for a coin of a different size or metal. Imagine finding a 2016 quarter struck on a smaller dime planchet, or, even more unbelievably, a piece of metal intended for a completely foreign coin. These extreme mistakes are incredibly rare in modern issues, as the machinery is supposed to catch them. When an authenticated, wrong planchet 2016 quarter surfaces, it instantly becomes a 5-figure collectible, defining the value of the date. Another key area for the 2016 quarters involves die flaws, specifically the legendary die break or die chip errors. The reverse designs of the America the Beautiful series are highly detailed, and as the dies wore out, small pieces would break off. For the 2016 Theodore Roosevelt quarter, for instance, collectors search for specific die chips on the figures or scenery, giving rise to unique nicknames for these flaws. While many die chips are minor, finding an extremely large or prominent die break that drastically alters the design is rare and can raise the value to hundreds or thousands of dollars. The ultimate, life-changing discovery, however, is the combination of an extraordinary, unique flaw and the highest possible grade. Picture a 2016 quarter with a dramatic, unrecorded double die verse, DDO, a massive shift in the lettering or date, that somehow also avoided any contact marks and was certified MS-68 or MS-69. This would be a coin that is demonstrably the rarest, most flawed, and best preserved example of the entire series. It's a spectacular artifact that should not exist, making it irresistible to the world's most serious collectors. The discovery of a unique, authenticated, perfect, and spectacular error, a 2016 quarter that stands alone as a modern numismatic masterpiece, would create a fierce bidding war. Its value would transcend its face value by an incredible measure, reflecting its singular place in the history of American coinage errors. That spectacular, flawless 2016 quarter error could be worth an incredible $70,000. Are setting our sights on a coin that is often spent without a second thought, yet holds some of the most surprising and intense value in modern American coinage, the 2017 United States quarter dollar. The year 2017 was a busy one for the U.S. Mint. It continued the America the Beautiful quarters program, releasing 5 new designs: effigy mounds, Frederick Douglass National Historic Site, Ozark National Scenic Riverways, Gateway Arch, and George Rogers Clark National Historical Park. Millions of these quarters were struck at the Philadelphia P and Denver D mints, and a common circulated 2017 quarter is worth only its 25-cent face value. But beneath the common exterior lies a story of unique errors and the fierce demand for absolute perfection. The primary factor driving the value of modern quarters is the search for the flawless coin, the one that transcends its mass-produced origins. Collectors are aggressively pursuing coins certified at the highest possible grade, the legendary MS-70. This grade signifies a coin that is perfect, without any visible flaws, even under intense magnification. Statistically, achieving MS-70 on a high mintage circulation strike is incredibly difficult. Any 2017 quarter, regardless of the park design, that achieves this rare distinction is immediately worth hundreds, sometimes thousands, of dollars. The rivalry among collectors to own a complete set of MS-70s for all 5 designs is intense, making this a true collector's market. But there is another critical factor that makes the 2017 quarter a specific target for error hunters. This is the year the Philadelphia Mint began using the P-Mint mark on quarters for the very first time. Since 1980, quarters struck in Philadelphia had carried no mint mark at all. The sudden appearance of the P on the 2017 issue created massive interest and a heightened level of scrutiny, immediately turning the 2017 P quarter into an attractive target for error hunters. The real, spectacular value of the 2017 quarter, however, lies in its mint errors. Since these coins were produced on high-speed presses, any mechanical failure or planchet mix-up creates an instant, high-value collectible. We are looking for the extreme anomalies. One known category of error involves die chips and die breaks. The detailed nature of the park designs means the dies were prone to cracking. A common error on the 2017 issues are small die chips on the figures or lettering. While many small chips add minor value, finding a coin with a massive, dramatic die break, or cud, that affects a large portion of the rim or the design is exceptionally rare and instantly commands a value in the high 4 to low 5 figures. The ultimate, life-altering error, however, is the wrong planchet strike. Imagine a 2017 quarter die accidentally striking a thinner, smaller planchet intended for a dime, or perhaps a heavier planchet meant for a Sacagawea dollar. These dramatic, authenticated, off-metal errors are proof of a fundamental breakdown in the minting process. For a modern, highly collected date like 2017, the discovery of a new, major wrong planchet error would redefine its rarity and its worth. The supreme dream for any collector is the discovery of a coin that defies both expectations of rarity and perfection, a 2017 quarter that possesses a unique, unrecorded, and spectacular error, such as a profound, dramatic double die that shifts the entire motto, or a massive, one-of-a-kind off-center strike, that is also preserved in a certified, near-perfect state. This coin would be a solitary legend, a piece of modern industrial failure preserved as a flawless museum-quality piece. For the discovery of that singular, authenticated, finest known, spectacular error coin, a 2017 quarter that embodies the absolute peak of modern numismatic rarity, the bidding would be explosive, securing a price that reflects its unmatched status in the history of the quarter series. That flawless, singular 2017 quarter error could be worth an incredible $65,000. Shining a brilliant light on a seemingly common coin, the 2018 United States quarter dollar, and revealing why this piece of recent change is a prime candidate for a massive hidden fortune. The year 2018 was a year of routine for the U.S. Mint, nestled firmly within the popular America the Beautiful quarters program. This year featured 5 distinct and beautiful park designs: Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore, Apostle Islands National Lakeshore, Voyagers National Park, Cumberland Island National Seashore, and Block Island National Wildlife Refuge. Millions of these quarters were produced at the Philadelphia P and Denver D mints, meaning most are just quarters. But within the sheer quantity of this production, collectors have found some of the most sought-after errors of the modern era. For a coin like the 2018 quarter, its value hinges almost entirely on 2 things: certified perfection and unprecedented error. First, let's talk about the incredible demand for perfection. While millions were struck, the quality of a coin that achieves the absolute top grade, MS-70, is unbelievably rare. A coin must have 0 flaws, perfect luster, and a flawless strike, which is extremely difficult to achieve on high-speed presses. Collectors who pursue registry sets, aiming to build the best, most flawless collection of every park design, will pay huge premiums for a certified MS-70 2018 quarter. Depending on the specific park design and the grading service, these perfect coins can easily sell for hundreds to a couple of $1,000s. It is the relentless pursuit of the impossible to find flawless coin that establishes a baseline for high value. However, to reach the level of a true life-changing fortune, we must turn our attention to the spectacular mint errors. The 2018 quarter is prone to a number of valuable mistakes, thanks to the complexities of its clad composition and high-volume production. One of the most exciting finds is the missing clad layer error. The quarter is composed of a core of pure copper sandwiched between two layers of a copper-nickel alloy. If one of those outer layers fails to bond, the resulting coin will appear copper-colored on one side. The 2018 D quarter has been documented with this error, and depending on the severity and condition, these striking visual flaws can command prices reaching into the low five figures. The coin is a physical record of a production failure, making it highly desirable. Another key area for the 2018 issues is the phenomenon of die chips and die cracks. For instance, the Block Island and Pictured Rocks designs have specific, recognized die chips that collectors actively hunt for. While many chips have modest value, finding a coin with a massive, dramatic rim cud, a break extending from the rim into the field, or a unique, large-scale die crack that cuts across the design is exceptionally rare. These extreme errors instantly transform a 25-cent piece into a collectible worth thousands. The ultimate, market-shaking discovery, however, is the unique, unrecorded spectacular error. Imagine a 2018 quarter that was accidentally struck on the wrong planchet, a coin blank from a completely different denomination or country, or one that exhibits a profound, dramatic, and never-before-seen double die obverse where the entire date is ghosted and massive. This coin would be a solitary example, a magnificent, preserved mistake that exists nowhere else. The discovery of a singular, perfect, and spectacular error, an authenticated 2018 quarter that combines a dramatic manufacturing flaw with the highest possible certified grade, would be the kind of numismatic event that creates instant headlines. Its rarity would be defined as one of a kind, making it the ultimate modern treasure. For the discovery of that flawless, spectacular, and undisputed master error, a 2018 quarter that stands alone as the rarest modern coin of its type, the price realized at auction would be monumental. Its worth reflects its unique status as a perfect failure of the system. That spectacular, unique 2018 quarter error could be worth an incredible $90,000. $90,000 for a quarter from 2018. It's astonishing proof that the biggest fortunes are often hidden in the most recent change. So, the next time you get a 2018 quarter, check the edges for copper, look for those big die breaks, and search for that MS-70 perfection. You might be holding a modern legend. Thank you for watching, and happy collecting! What other modern American coin secret should we reveal next?